In 2003, one of the very first social media sites came into existence, and its name was MySpace. MySpace was a website where users could create and edit their own profiles, which essentially functioned like a web page or blog for each person. People would look at others' profiles whenever through their friends list and other links, and it was overall a very different form of social media from what we have currently. But how did a site like MySpace earn money if no direct purchases could be made? How do internet websites like MySpace, Twitter, and Facebook even compete? And why was social media eventually taken over by other sites like Facebook and Twitter? All these questions will be answered today in this episode of 21st Century Economics. Let's start with the first question. How did a site like MySpace earn money without any direct purchases? Well, this question should be easy for most of you. It's advertisements. Every single time that you log onto your social media site of choice, you'll see ads, whether it be MySpace, Facebook, or Instagram. And these sites want you to spend more and more time on their platform so that they can show you more ads and thus get more money. There are, of course, other methods of obtaining money as a media company, such as the subscription model, which is used by companies such as Netflix and many news websites such as the New York Times. While these companies don't directly gain money proportionally to the amount of site usage, like ad-based models would, they still try to get you to spend more time on their website so that you keep paying for their service. Now you may be asking, Sohan, this is a competitive market. If companies don't compete directly for your money, what do they compete for? This is where the topic of attention economy comes into play. The term attention economy was coined in the late 1960s by political scientist and winner of the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences, Herbert A. Simon, who said that the problem of information overload could be looked at through an economic lens. Allow me to explain it to you. There's so much information out there in the world. If you spend your entire life reading every single word on the internet, you wouldn't even make it halfway through. Heck, I doubt you could even read 1% of all the information you could find on the internet. So what's the limiting factor here? It's your time. As a human being that lives on planet Earth, I only have 24 hours in my day, and I have to choose how to split up these hours among all the different tasks that I have to do or want to do. In a single day, I can spend my time on a multitude of activities, including sleeping, working, hanging out with friends, eating, playing video games, or using social media. I just have to decide which activities I want to spend my time on. From a Forbes article written in April of this year, every moment of your day, from the minute you wake up to the second you drift off to sleep, is a series of decisions about where to allocate your attention. When we direct our focus towards one activity, we inherently dismiss countless others. In this scenario, the time that each person has is essentially a scarce commodity that they can use or not use on various activities, functioning much like a regular economy where a consumer has money which can be spent or not spent on different goods. This is essentially what the attention economy is. Now, where do these social media companies fit into this equation? Much like in a regular economy where various interests are competing for your money, social media companies are competing for your attention. These companies want you to spend more and more of your attention on their sites so that they can show you as many ads as possible, generating the greatest possible revenues. Or, in the case of subscription models, the companies want you to spend more time on their sites so that you can place more value in the subscription and thus keep paying. The thing is, these media companies don't only compete with other media companies. It's not like you say every day, I'm going to allocate exactly 1 hour of my time to internet media today. These media companies compete with all the other things you do in your day. The less time you spend with your friends, the more time you can spend looking at them on Instagram. The less time you do your work, the more time you can spend looking at silly dances on TikTok. In 2017, the CEO of Netflix was even quoted saying that their company competes directly with sleep. So now that we know what the attention economy is and who competes within it, we need to know how these people and companies compete within this attention economy. The attention economy is prevalent just about everywhere. Take, for instance, this notice board behind me. As you can see on the notice board, there are many separate parties vying for your attention. College Athlete Day, Slam Poetry Contest, Art Contest. All these parties want your attention. If you spend even a few seconds of your time looking at the notice here, they have successfully done their job. However, to do that, they have to turn your attention away from something else, like that conversation with your friend, or even just your thoughts. Now, let's see this notice board in action as the average Limerick student walks by it. As you can see, that wasn't very effective. Today's media sites, in contrast, are very effective at taking your attention. Instagram, for instance, is designed to get you, the user, to keep coming back to it, and also to get you to stay on the site for as long as possible before returning to whatever you were doing previously. Coming back to the topic of MySpace, why did the site fall off so hard? There were a multitude of reasons for this failure, but one of them was that the site just wasn't able to compete in this attention economy with other companies like Facebook, its biggest competitor at the time. MySpace's system of giving everyone a web page and letting people explore around through the pages just wasn't really as appealing to the majority of users. Facebook's system, in comparison, was much easier to use as it easily gave all the information that the people wanted in a couple of scrolls. People could get what they wanted from MySpace, but quicker and in a better format. Thus, Facebook captured the attention of all these MySpace users. In modern times, we have many media platforms, and they, unlike MySpace, know all of the tricks to capturing the attention of their users. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. They all use algorithms and user data to construct the perfect viewing experience for you, the user, so that you will keep coming back to their site and will stay for the longest time possible. They all understand that they have to compete for the user's attention, and so they keep improving their algorithms, sucking every single user further and further into their sites. Is this bad for our society? Probably. What can we do about it? I really don't know. In any case, I hope you learned a lot about attention economies from this video, and I'll see you next time on Economics USA. Thanks for watching.